Subway of Sports, man. We back, man. Another podcast video. We got some more NBA reactions for you, man. Like I said, a lot of these reactions that we've been doing lately have an intent to expose a lot of the fraudulent and false narratives that people like to dispute. In this particular video, I'm really going down this particular angle because I don't know how Philadelphia 76er fans miss this. We just saw over the last couple of years, a few years back, we can think back to when Philadelphia 76er fans slammed Ben Simmons for passing up one wide open layup. And they basically say that cost them the series against the Atlanta Hawks. Irregardless of a lot of the other factors, we know that Sixer fans, Sixer media, even players and coaches, fans around the world were saying that Ben Simmons not taking that one layup was the reason why the Sixers got beat and upset by the Atlanta Hawks this year. So when I do the film breakdown of this particular series from last season, when I'm watching the Philadelphia 76ers play the Boston Celtics, I noticed something eerily similar. Yet Philadelphia 76er fans didn't say a word. This is what I mean. If it's not right in front of your faces, replayed 7,000 times by the media, fans don't know what the hell is going on a basketball court. They don't know who to blame, and they generally only blame who the media tells them to blame. One thing that I noticed, you know what? Let's just go ahead and pull up the video. So I was going through this sequence here, and what I noticed was how the Boston Celtics were defending James Harden. This was a very unique strategy. The Celtics were extremely worried about Joel Embiid dominating this series, as he had dominated them in the regular season. And so they basically were playing James Harden for the pass every time and literally giving him wide open layups to go take at the rim. The one thing that the Celtics noticed is that this man, James Harden, refused to take any wide open layups at the rim because he's out of shape, he's lost his athleticism, and he doesn't want to attack with intent to score. And so on a wide open layup right there, he passes it up. Another opportunity right there. In the past, we would have saw James Harden aggressively attack Robert Williams and potentially get a layup at the rim. This is a man that's probably one of the best in NBA history at drawing fouls, especially while driving. Coming off this high pick and roll with Joel Embiid, you have the best opportunity to score as that you are a great finisher at the rim, or we thought you were. Attacking Robert Williams, you have him free throw line extended. You can beat him to the basket. You could potentially draw that foul. Another opportunity. He refuses to drive. He's kicking it out. And then takes us back to this same play right here. Another high ball screen right here. Horford completely plays for the pass. He actually even opens up to give him the drive. James Harden is doing what? Completely opens up. Look at James Harden. Free lane to the rim. James Harden, what does he take the layup? Does he try to draw the foul? No. Robert Williams is jumping from the opposite side of the free throw line. James Harden with the Houston Rockets is finishing that at the rim or finding a way to draw a foul. These are the high IQ plays that actually win you series. Getting players like Robert Williams in foul trouble. Getting players like Jaylen Brown in foul trouble. But he kicks it out. And then they end up taking a three at the buzzer. And again, another opportunity right here. Look at Horford. Because remember, this was a series where a lot of people were saying, oh, Horford's lost a step on defense. No, he was actually playing defense like this by design. Another opportunity where James Harden is driving. He has a humongous gap. He has a humongous gap that he can take. He doesn't even make the attempt to drive. Watch what James Harden, he just kicks the pass early. He He doesn't even make Robert Williams commit to either helping on him. He allows Robert Williams to play in between. Y'all see it right there. Now, I want to ask you Philly fans, where's all this slander for James Harden after that series loss? Were you guys just enthralled that he chucked up enough threes in 2 games to give you 2 40-point performances? And that's why you don't want to slander him like you slandered Ben Simmons? But you had a Boston Celtic team that designed an entire defensive scheme around giving James Harden layup after layup after layup that he refused to take. And he only wanted to kick the ball out to 3-point shooters because he's so out of shape. He's so unconditioned that he no longer wants to go in amongst the giants, finish at the rim, get guys in foul trouble, and do the things necessary to win playoff games. Philly fans, are you guys just a bunch of casuals out there not necessarily watching the game like you should? I'm starting to believe that you guys are essentially a bunch of ticket TVs that just hate on your players when things don't go your way, but y'all don't have no recognition of what's actually going on the court. This was a clear scheme by the Boston Celtics to give James Harden layups that he was not taking. Where were the commercials shipping James Harden out of town when you see dump trucks carrying garbage can? Where were the questions after the game asking Joel Embiid or the head coach Doc Rivers, do you think you can win with James Harden? Where were the interviewers after the games interviewing fans asking about James Harden passing up all of these layups game after game after game? Philadelphia fans, you guys need to do your research. You have a player who was the ultimate Ben Simmons in the fact that the Boston Celtics designed a defensive scheme essentially giving him rim runs, and he would not take any of them because of his lack of fitness, his lack of lift, because he doesn't have that lift anymore because he's out of shape. And then ultimately his inability or want to win significant games. He wants the easy way out. He wants the route. Where were these talks? All of the people that like to push these hateful narratives about players, when did they say these things? Yeah, you heard people talking about James Harden missing a few shots, not looking like the same James Harden in Houston, but you never heard them talk about the fact that he was passing up layup after layup after layup by design. And this is supposed to be one of the greatest scorers of all time. Philadelphia fans, y'all got to level up. Y'all got to do better. Y'all ran a man out of town because of this over one shot. It just happened in a playoff series where Philly was actually predicted to win, and it happened multiple times with James Harden. Then I heard zilch. It sounds like Philly fans, it sounds like your ire is determined or based on what Stephen A. Smith says, what ESPN says, what the commentators say, or the end result plays that are very visible to you that TNT or ESPN might replay 19,000 times for it to stick into your brain, and then you etch it into your minds. Oh, that's the reason why we lost. Philly, man, y'all doing bad. Y'all team is looking hot garbage. James Harden wants out. You have a GM where a whole country in China hates him. You got Joel Embiid, that's a big man in a non-big man era, demanded and called and clamored for the MVP, but couldn't come through when it mattered most. We go with the narratives that people like to push. Right, you guys touch, as soon as Markelle Fultz, a great college player, comes in your organization, he completely turns trash. You guys draft Joel Embiid and Dario Saric, 2 guys that didn't even play their whole first year. I mean, you guys are just like a walking disaster waiting to happen, and it don't matter. You guys had a super team in the making with Jimmy Butler, and you trade him. No ether for Elton Brand and some of these other guys. Where's the ire? Where's the ire? I just see a whole bunch of Philly fans trying to find the low-hanging fruit to go point the blame at. Philly, y'all doing bad, man. I feel like Philly is just full of a bunch of casuals, and when I go live again, I hope that you Philly fans actually come to the live and contest me on this. You guys are one of the most hateful fan bases in sports. A lot of people claim that you're a racist town. I haven't seen any evidence to disprove that claim or support it, but at this point in time, I have to start believing it. Philly fans, y'all looking crazy out here. Y'all ran Ben Simmons out, but y'all had a man in James Harden doing the same thing. This is actually sad right here. But you guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about the video. Hit the comments up. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this. But look, it's FYF Sports, man. It's been another great podcast episode. We're going to be back with more sports and news. But until then, it's FYF Sports. And we out.
On my own, no fixer. I'm gon' ball, no picker. That I ate doors, they live for. Talking on my back, go figure. Whole team eats from splitter. Never was the one to go flicker. No face, no case, no picture. Full place, big stakes, my dinner.